Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into a topic that's been on my mind lately, trust in relationships. Now hear me out, because this is a topic that's crucial but often misunderstood. Let's talk about pouring your heart out to someone and trusting them blindly. Look, I've been around the block, and let me tell you, giving someone your all without reservation can backfire big time. Even if you've tied the knot and put a ring on it, it doesn't automatically mean your partner is a vault of trustworthiness. Trust me, I've seen it happen. Now I know what you're thinking. But shouldn't trust be the foundation of any solid relationship? Well, sure. In an ideal world, trust would flow like water. But let's face it, folks, we're not living in a fairy tale. Trust needs to be earned, not handed out like candy on Halloween. And don't even get me started on modern-day relationships. It's like the rule book got thrown out the window and everyone's playing by their own rules. You've got women out here declaring their independence like it's the 4th of July, and rightfully so. But sometimes that independence can blur the lines of trust and loyalty. Take social media, for example. You think just because she's got you on her arm now, she's going to drop all her other guy friends like hot potatoes? Think again, my friend. It's like they've got this invisible force field around their male buddies, and they're not about to let anyone, including you, tear it down. And don't even think about trying to lay down the law. You try to set some boundaries, and suddenly you're labeled as the controlling, possessive partner. It's a lose-lose situation, my friends. The landscape of relationships these days is like a roller coaster ride, unpredictable and full of twists and turns. Gone are the days when society frowned upon a married woman or someone in a committed relationship interacting with the opposite sex. Nowadays, try expressing your concerns about it, and you'll be labeled as a suppressor of women's rights and freedoms. It's like the rules have been flipped upside down. And let's talk about dressing trends for a moment. Back in the day, women would blush at the thought of revealing too much skin. Now, it's like they're competing for who can show off the most. I mean, seriously, some women wouldn't bat an eye at strutting down the street in their birthday suit. It's a whole new world out there, folks. But here's the kicker. If all this freedom and equality were leading to happier, more fulfilling relationships, then hey, sign me up. But the reality is far from that. Marriages are crumbling. Relationships are fizzling out faster than a wet firecracker, and people are left scratching their heads wondering where they went wrong. It's like we've lost touch with the essence of what makes a relationship work: trust, respect, and genuine connection. Instead, we're caught up in a whirlwind of superficiality and instant gratification, and it's tearing us apart. Love and attraction. Two words often used interchangeably, yet vastly different in meaning. Many confuse the temporary rush of infatuation with genuine love, blurring the lines between the two. True love isn't a fleeting emotion, it's a commitment, a dedication to nurturing respect and admiration for one another. It's a journey that takes time and effort from both partners, not a whirlwind romance that sparks in an instant. And let's debunk the myth of love at first sight. It's nothing but a fairy tale. You can't truly love someone you barely know, just like you can't judge a lake by its shimmering surface without knowing what lies beneath. Love, like a lake, can be deceiving. It may look inviting from afar, but turn out to be hazardous upon closer inspection. Take, for instance, the story of a guy who took a dip in a seemingly picturesque lake, only to end up in the hospital with severe burns from the chemicals dumped into it. Similarly, diving headfirst into love without understanding its complexities and nuances is a risky venture. Understanding someone takes time, observing their character, their interactions with others, their reliability. Only then can you truly grasp who they are and what they stand for, and that's basically the essence of this video. I want to talk about what feelings you shouldn't show a woman in relationships, primarily when you still don't know her well, when not much time has passed since your relationship began. First rule of the game, never spill all your beans, my friend. I'm talking about those juicy, top-secret bits of your life. Sure, a lady might nod along, swear on her favorite lipstick to keep it hush-hush, but mark my words, when push comes to shove and your love boat hits rocky waters, she'll be broadcasting your business like it's the hottest gossip in town. And here's the kicker. Sometimes, even when you're in the thick of it, she'll go ahead and spill the beans herself, sharing those sacred secrets you entrusted her with. So what's the move? Keep those lips sealed tight, buddy. Don't go yapping about your past like it's yesterday's news. Whether you're a dude or a dudette, married or mingling, none of that means squat if you ain't got trust. And trust me, trust ain't easy to come by these days. Women, bless their hearts, struggle to keep it zipped, especially when there's some juicy intel on the line. So when you're whispering your deepest, darkest secrets to your lady love, just remember this. She might be nodding along, but there's a good chance she's already drafting up the next edition of He Said, She Said in her head. So who can you trust with your innermost musings? Not her, pal. Better spill the beans to your brother, your old man, or your ride-or-die bestie, the ones who've earned their stripes in the loyalty department. Now, let's tackle the second piece of the puzzle. Never let her see you sweat, my friend. I'm talking about keeping those struggles and setbacks locked up tighter than Fort Knox. Too often, us guys fall into the trap of thinking that if we open up to our lady about our woes, she'll swoop in like a superhero, ready to save the day. But let me tell you from experience, that's about as likely as finding a unicorn in your backyard. I've crossed paths with countless women in my time. Trust me, the list is longer than a CVS receipt. But every time I've tried to spill the beans about my problems, it's been like talking to a brick wall. Women, bless their hearts, just don't know how to lend a hand when the going gets tough. But here's the kicker. They're quick to expect the royal treatment when they're the ones in need. They'll whine and moan, expecting you to be their knight in shining armor. But when the tables are turned, don't hold your breath for a helping hand. You'll be waiting until the cows come home. So don't go expecting your leading lady to be your shoulder to cry on. More often than not, you'll find yourself drowning in a sea of criticism and complaints when all you wanted was a little support. Tough luck, my friend, tough luck. All right, let's dive into the third chapter. Jealousy. You see, my friend, jealousy is like a double-edged sword. It cuts both ways and neither side feels good. Picture this. You catch a glimpse of your buddy with his fancy new ride and suddenly you're green with envy. But here's the kicker. Your girl sees it too. She notices how you size him up, how you silently admit defeat in your mind. And let me tell you, that's a surefire way to kill the mood faster than you can say awkward. So here's the deal. Keep that envy in check and keep it under wraps. Remember, your life is your own, and you've got your own journey to navigate. Whether someone else is ahead of you or lagging behind, it's none of your concern. Stay humble, stay focused on your path, and leave the comparisons at the door. Don't let envy rear its ugly head in your relationship, even if it's lurking beneath the surface. Show your lady that you're content and confident in your own skin, no matter what. Let her see that you're a man on a mission with unwavering faith in your own success. Now that's the real winning ticket. And now, on to our last point, fear. Fear, the silent killer of relationships. You see, when a woman starts dropping hints that she might walk away someday, it's like playing with fire. She might toss out a little jealousy here, a little doubt there, but don't take the bait, my friend. It's all just smoke and mirrors, a clever ploy to keep you on your toes. Because here's the thing. As long as you're sweating bullets at the thought of losing her, she's got you right where she wants you. She'll pull the strings and you'll dance to her tune, all because you're too afraid to let her slip through your fingers. But if she gets wind that you'll be just fine, even if she walks out the door, well, that changes the game entirely. That's right, my friend. Show her that you're not afraid to stand on your own 2 feet, with or without her by your side. Because when she sees that you're not afraid of losing her, she'll never want to leave you in the first place. And that, my friends, is the name of the game. So hit that like button if you're picking up what I'm putting down. Thanks for tuning in, and until next time, stay smooth.